boisterous.
All right, welcome to I'll Take the Over podcast right here on the Boot Hill Sports Network. That's the real JB. That is the athletes from Morgantown. If you can't beat them, just cheat them, right, Kenny?
That's the sponsor tonight. Florida State Athletic Department is our sponsor for tonight. If you can't beat us, cheat us.
And Doug Edwards, what's up, fellas?
Well, you know.
What's going on, bud?
Man, we are missing one tonight. He is in the sticks in Louisiana, deer hunting, visiting his grandparents for the holiday. So he's going to send in the old pics for us. John Boy Grissom, that is.
Johnny.
All right, man. We got a lot of bowl games to talk about. Transfer portal is running crazy, fellas. Ole Miss just picked up the number one player in the transfer portal before the show.
Yep.
Any thoughts on the transfer portal?
Fuck it.
Yep, I agree.
Ole Miss might be a playoff team next year for sure because they've kept
way to go out on a limb there, Doug.
Do what?
Way to go out on a limb there, buddy.
Well,
went out on a twig.
It sort of is because Lame Train's going to screw a game or two up somewhere down the road. He's going to mess a game up that should have been won.
Yeah.
Well,
that would
their schedule, man. I got them losing maybe one.
Well, and then expansion next year too, so it's going to help a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Going to help Mizzou, baby.
But you got to look at the Lame Train. I mean, he's going to go for it on fourth and 4 from his own 20.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in that schedule, he's going to screw things up.
That's right. Hey, my boy Braylon Price is on watching us tonight here in Belfast.
Braylon, do not bet on anything we say.
Braylon is my offensive specialist.
Doug, you want to tell us the scores from last week?
The scores with 2 games still playing right now are 20 for me, 19 for Josh, 16 for Johnny and Kenny, and the crybaby face goes to our host Mark with 13 points.
Because he takes those risk picks, Doug.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
He takes a risk every week.
Always like living in the danger zone, baby. So.
I'd just like to say, talking about that, y'all left me out on that island like Tom Hanks in Castaway. I didn't even have Wilson as a friend last week in that Air Force pick, but you know the United States Air Force came to the rescue.
Yes, they did.
Got me off the island.
They did for sure. That's a good pick on that one.
It turned out good. Yeah.
A&M Oklahoma State is now tied at 3. They're still in the first quarter. All right, we'll get on to our picks. So we got so many.
Yeah.
The first one is the Fenway Bowl. That is SMU at 11-2 and Boston College at 6-6. SMU is favored by 10, I believe that is. Let me find my glasses. What y'all got?
I got 10.
Yeah, and then over and under 46.5.
I saw 47.
Over and under
47.5 just earlier today. But
all right. I'm going to go SMU on mine, guys. What y'all got?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
I got second today. All right. Yeah, I'm going with SMU also. I think they win, and I think they cover the 10. And as far as the 47.5, I'd go with the over on that. I'm a betting man.
You may go, David.
Yeah, I agree. I rode SMU's Mustangs a couple times this year, so I'm gonna stick with them and see them to a bowl victory. It's an easy pick for me. I got SMU.
I'll make it a community lock. I'll take the SMU. I think SMU goes over by themselves, by the way.
Speaking of community locks, we had 4 last week, and we went 2-2 on our community locks.
2-2.
Last week.
Hey, it happens.
Better 0-4.
That's right. It wasn't looking good for a minute.
Doug, we know that we helped contribute to 2 of Mark's wins, so that's good.
That's right. 2 of his 4. He has
2
4
and
on
4. Woo!
Yeah, he has
Man,
4 so far this week.
It's been an ugly week. Let's go Cowboys. They just scored too. Oklahoma State.
I guess
just
Johnny
scored.
took SMU too, so it's truly a community lock, or we don't know that yet.
I have not seen Johnny's picks yet. Here they are. Let me check it out.
My boy Braylon said Boston upset. He crazy on that.
Yeah. I need to see a $sign after that, Braylon, please.
I don't have it yet, guys. That was
He said his service is gonna be bad.
yeah. All right, next one is the Bad Boys Mowers Pinstripe Bowl between 6-6 Rutgers and 7-5 Miami. Miami has lost a lot of players to the transfer portal, about 9, I do believe, including their quarterback Van Dyke. Rutgers will be favored by a whopping 1 point. Over and under is 40.5. Man, I thought about this earlier. I worked on it, and I just couldn't really come to a conclusion on who to pick. Man, I know Miami should have some athletes against Rutgers, but man, I don't know. I really tore on this one, but
is that really
I'm
what
going
we're
with
going by to
Miami
pick
just
games
because of
now?
history. Do what, buddy?
Is that really what we're picking games by now? The athletes?
It's about all you got left with transfers and all that, man.
Yeah.
Marky, who'd you take?
I'm taking Miami.
Okay. Dougie?
It pains me because of Mark's previous record in picks. But the U, baby, the U is back. Every year, the U is back. And I got to go with the U. Miami is going to take this game. They're going to cover. They won't need to win. They'll win this game. 40.5, it's going to go over 40.5. I'll take the over.
Well, this is one of the few Big Ten games, and I like Coach Hiano at Rutgers. I think he's a damn good coach. I think he's going to figure something out. With it being a 50-50 game, this is going to be a risk pick, baby. Not really, because it's 50-50, but I'm going to try to pick a point up here, and honestly, I'm just going to take Rutgers on this one. So,
Big Ten guy, I'm not surprised.
It's not so much that. It's more for the point than it is the Big Ten.
Being a Florida State guy, this one pains me. But you can't take Rutgers. Shiano got fired at Tennessee before he ever stepped foot in the stadium. So no, I'm gonna take Miami. I just threw up in my own mouth.
Man,
I don't like them
either. State people gonna get you, man. All right, Johnny is taking SMU, and he's going to take Miami in this one.
Oh, I'm on the island.
That usually seems good for the guy on the island here lately.
How's it going there, Gilligan?
Yeah, bye. I have the hat next week.
All right, next one is the Pop-Tart Bowl, guys. Have you seen that trophy?
No. What is it, a toaster?
It does have a toaster. It's shaped like a football. It actually has the Pop-Tarts down inside on each side.
Man.
The old Pop-Tart Toaster Bowl. And we got NC State at 9-3 versus Kansas State, who is 8-4. K-State is favored by 2.5. Over and under is 47.5. I'm going to take NC State, the Wolfpack, go howling over the Wildcats of K-State, and I'm going to take the under. Also, K-State has lost Will Howard, in case you guys do not know. He is transferred to USC.
His career's over.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely due to have a terrible week because this is going to be the third game we picked, and this is the third game in a row. I'm going with Mark here. I think the ACC is tougher than everybody gave them credit for all through the year. Just another reason Florida State got screwed even worse because they were undervalued, some of them ACC teams. The NC State is one of them. I believe they did finish ranked, though, in the last poll. I'm going to take NC State to cover or win outright. Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. North Carolina State and the over.
Yeah, North Carolina State's 18 and Kansas State is 25 currently.
Yeah, this is going to end up being a good game. This is a tough one to pick, but yeah, I have to agree on this one. Unfortunately, I should try to go with Kansas State and pick up a point here, but I have to
Could
go with
lose a point.
NC. Yeah, I have to go with NC State on this and see what happens in this game. It's going to be a good game, though. I like the matchup.
NC State.
Island.
NC State. You can't take any team that lost to Missouri.
You got a lot of teams that lost to Missouri this year. 10 of them gonna be 11 come Saturday morning.
Man, you kidding?
No, sir, it will not be 11 come Saturday morning.
We'll get to that one later. We'll get to that one in a minute.
We do.
Johnny Grissom's going to take NC State.
Community lock,
right, next one.
ladies and gentlemen. Community lock.
Mm-hmm.
That
Take it
means
to the
go
bank.
put your money on NC State.
Mm.
Hey, next one's going to be a good one. The Alamo Bowl is in San Antonio, Texas. Number 14, Arizona at 9-3, who's played great ball here lately against the number 12 Oklahoma Sooners. Sooners at 10-2, but they have also lost a lot of players in the portal. Arizona is favored by 3. Over and under is 60.5. I'm going to take the under, and I'm going to take Arizona Wildcats over those Sooners. No Boomer Sooner here, baby. Go Wildcats.
Did you get a sneak peek at my picks?
I think you're just protecting your lead, man. That's all you're doing.
No, I don't have to protect my lead from somebody that's that far behind me.
I was gonna say if you're picking the same as the guy in last place, you're not protecting your lead.
You would not be one I would protect my lead against. I mean, Josh is only one back, but here's the fourth game in a row. The fourth game in a row here, and I hate to do it, but I got to go with the Arizona Wildcats. Oklahoma will choke again.
Well, just to go along with that, not only did they lose Dylan Gabriel, but they have, as my dad said, which I already knew, 2 other quarterbacks are already in the transfer portal. But the most important thing of all is their whole offensive line is out for this game. So with that being said, I am definitely going with Arizona. And that's all I can add to that.
I do believe my first week as an invitee on this show, I said Arizona is the best team in the defunct Pac-12. I said that.
You did say that.
I stand behind it. They'll beat the ever-living dog shit out of Oklahoma.
Well, it looks like Johnny's going to go out on that island because he is picking Oklahoma.
That must be his service
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have a lot to lose there either.
I think he'll be wearing this next week.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt there.
Right on. All right, next one is going to be a
Friday
game where we're going to get into the Liberty Bowl. Memphis is going to have a home game, really. That's actually where they play at. They're 9-3. They're going to take on Iowa State, who is 7-5. Iowa State favored by 10 points. Over and under is 57.5. I got a feeling, Doug, we'll separate us on this one. I'm going to go with the Memphis Tigers on this one.
No, you're not. This is a rematch of about 6 years ago, maybe somewhere in there. The same Liberty Bowl. Memphis met Iowa State. Iowa State won. I think it was by 3. It was a real close game, a good game. I don't. This kind of scares me because Vegas has Iowa State by 10. That's a lot of points. Memphis playing on their home field. They've lost some transfers and a few offensive linemen themselves. But I'm going to go with the hometown Memphis. I'm not a fan of theirs, but I'm going with the Memphis Tigers to win this game. It's going to be a different outcome this year in the Liberty Bowl between these two teams. So give me Memphis to win outright. Vegas, you got the wrong team favored again. Memphis will win the game.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, in this one here, I'm going to go to the other side. I normally would go with Memphis State, as we say,
Yeah,
but
right.
right here, I'm going with the Cyclones. Iowa State. Just going to take them to not cover, but I'm taking them win outright. Sorry.
I'm going under on the over under, by the way.
Yes, I agree with that.
The 10.5 is the Ryan Silverfield effect because he's a complete idiot. With that said, Memphis will win the game. But if you want free money, take Memphis in the points.
That's
You
And
got any
I think
quarterbacks
it goes.
in
I think it
Memphis?
goes over. It goes over because
So
Memphis can't tackle anybody. They can't tackle air.
Can't tackle them PSIs.
No,
All right,
none.
Johnny Grissom's going to take Iowa State as well. So him and JB going to hang around on the
Get that
island together
crybaby.
this time. All right, next one is a big game and dear to my heart, as I will be at this one, is the Cotton Bowl down in Arlington, Texas, in Jerry's world. Is the Missouri Tigers at 10-2, number 9 in the nation, taking on the number 7 team in the nation, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State 11-1. Last I looked, Ohio State was favored by 1, and
Ooh.
over and under was, I cannot
I
say it. What
saw
you
it.
got, Dougie?
I saw it at 3 today. A couple hours ago. I don't know if it moved that much or what, but ESPN had it at -3 Ohio State. But
Okay.
if y'all want to go with 1, we can.
We'll go
I
with
had
3.
the over under said 48.5.
48.5. I'm going to take the over of 48.5, and I'm going to take Mizzou plus the 3, baby. M-I-Z.
ZOU.
Oh man, here's another one. I just can't pull for them Ohio State suck ass, and I'm gonna pick Missouri. I'm gonna think they win this game outright too. I think Missouri's play. Drinkowitz has got them all believing down there. He's bringing in a good group of transfers. He's bringing in a good group of recruits. Ohio State lost a lot of players by transfer. I think Drinkowitz has got his team more together and excited for this game. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to take Missouri. Vegas, once again, you got the wrong team favored. Missouri wins it outright.
Yeah, I agree. I think with all the players that Ohio State has in transfer portal, and even if they did not, I still think Mizzou wins this game. Mizzou is that good. I think that this game right here is a statement game for the uh, national audience to say, "Hey, we're here. It's next year. We're going to be ready to play." So this is going to
We
be.
ain't coming, baby. We arrived.
That's right. That's right. And Mizzou is coming out and saying, "Hey, we're going to be something to watch next year." So this is going to be their coming out party.
I think they're fired up.
I think all of y'all are drunk. All those
Got the bourbon
athletes,
rolling.
all those athletes in Columbus.
No.
There's just
You gonna
no
change your
way.
name?
I probably should. There's no way that all those athletes in Columbus. I mean,
A
they
lot
could
of
probably
them
go
took the
get.
bus.
They'll go get the kids off the Powder Puff team, and they're going to mop the field with Missouri.
Boy, you're the one drunk.
Man,
What
Who's
is
been
Kenny
drinking?
Corley smoking?
Who's been drinking?
you must have some coke in that coke.
Yeah, he loves some coke. We all know
That's that
that.
old fashioned Coca-Cola.
It's got the booger sugar in it.
Yeah.
Booger sugar. Looks like Johnny is going to take Mizzou as well. So Kenny is out on the old
Out
island
on
by
that
himself.
island. No Gilligan
No
out
Mr. Wilson.
That's a dub.
No
That's a
Air Force
dub.
to save you either, buddy.
That's a dub.
Hey,
Dub.
Mark, did you skip 2 from the Friday games? Are you getting
you
to
got?
them there?
Clemson and Notre Dame.
Yeah. And Oregon.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah.
We got
Clemson,
Clemson coming
Kentucky.
up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the next one. Yeah. It's the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Clemson at number 22, 8-4, taking on Kentucky at 7-5. Clemson favored by 4, over and under 46.5. I'm going to take Clemson in this one. Go Tigers!
Dang, Mark. I swear he broke in and he took photocopies of my pick. This is every game so far we've agreed on. I'm really scared now. I'm gonna take Clemson also. They're gonna win this game. Kentucky just ain't ready for all that. Dabo is gonna have his boys talking about next year. We're gonna be back, this and that. He's gonna have them fired up. Clemson wins. The score goes under.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree. Also, I think it goes under. And I do think Clemson wins. Dabo's going to come out and, well, as he used to say, we're going to do what we do, and that's it.
This is tragic. That you three clowns think Dabo Sweeney can do anything with Cade Klubnik other than bench his sorry ass. Dabo was wishing DJ Underwear would come back at Clemson for one game.
DJ Underwear.
I'm taking the Wildcats because they got a guy named Mark Stoops on the sidelines.
They do.
They don't have the athletes to win against Clemson.
You won't need them against Clemson. Clemson's garbage.
Clemson's ACC, buddy. They're better than everybody gave them credit for.
And they didn't beat us, so they suck.
And didn't nobody beat y'all.
That's damn right, Doug. That's what I've been wanting somebody to say right there.
Georgia about to roll on that ass.
If Georgia don't beat us by 40, Kirby Smart should get back every penny he's ever been paid.
What Johnny take on that one?
Johnny is taking Clemson Tigers.
Oh, you on that island again. That's
Two dubs. That's two dubs.
Kenny taking them wrist picks.
I'm taking the Mark Manley wrist picks. These are my Mark Manley wrist picks.
Get you over the hump or down in the slump.
Man, you ain't kidding.
We're going to have a new crybaby face next week.
I got enough point cushion. I won't be wearing the crybaby face. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next one is Tony the Tiger Sunbow, baby. I'll tell you what, we got cereal, we got Pop-Tarts. Guys, we can have us some breakfast come bowl season, I'll tell you. Oregon State at 8-4, taking on Notre Dame at 9-3. Notre Dame favored by 6, over and under 41.5. I laid Notre Dame in a parlay today, so I definitely got to take them. So Notre Dame minus the 6, and I'm going to take the over 41.5.
Do you believe this guy? He got me again. I know he cheated. Now, I'm also Oregon State. I've been on Oregon. I've been on that Beaver a lot this year.
Yeah,
it's been a good year for Beaver. But they let me down a couple times, and they gave me great highs a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
Left me smiling and left me hurting a few times. What the Beaver will do. But Notre Dame, I got to agree with you. I'm taking Notre Dame. I think they win, and I think I'm gonna give them a slight edge on the cover if I'm betting. I'd stay away from this game, but I give them a slight edge to cover. I do believe they win the game. 41.5. I'm going under on that. I think they're gonna stay under that.
Yeah, I'm going to take Notre Dame. As Tony the Tigers say, they're great. Well, in this case, Oregon State is not. So I ain't going. I ain't taking the Beaver this time. I'm taking a break from it, and I'm going with the Irish.
Well, I mean, how do I go against Tony Rice, Raheem Ishmael, and Ricky Waters at Notre Dame? So you got to take Notre Dame.
Amen.
Go. Pulling out the old legends there.
Yeah. Are they still alive?
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
Right.
Love some Lou Holtz back then.
Rudy.
He's a good coach, man.
Rudy.
Joe Montana.
With the way the transfer portal is and everybody's opting out, Rudy might get to play.
He still got 3 years left.
He
He gets a COVID year.
Yeah.
Rudy, if you're out there, Rudy, come on back, baby. You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny's going to take Notre Dame as well.
Community lock.
There you go, community lock.
All right, before we get the rest of our games, we're going to need to get our sponsors in. JB, what about some sponsors for tonight?
Yes, sir. We actually have a physical sponsor tonight. This show is being brought to you by Happy Nuts. Happy Nuts. When you take your underwear off and it sounds like Velcro, put on some of this Happy Nuts comfort cream. It'll help you all the way. Also, Vagisil. There ain't nothing finer than a yeast-free vagina. Vagisil.
All right, thanks for those fine words. Hey, don't forget Edwards Freight out there. You call and he'll haul. What's that number, Dougie?
The number is 573-922-0002. Easy to remember.
Easy to remember. Hey, anything up and down I-55, you call, he'll haul. Hey, Manly's Meat Wagon, where nobody beats our meat but us. And Kenny's even got one tonight. What you got, Kenny?
The Florida State Athletic Department is sponsoring us. If you can't beat us, cheat us.
Well, they did.
True.
And for $225 million, we can sue your conference too.
That's right, baby. That is so true. Which conference will they go to? I'm leaning towards the Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dougie?
I think the SEC might snatch them up.
Dang, who
SEC
else
can't
will
afford
get?
them no more.
It's 18. They go to 18. They'll get them in another.
Why would you want a team that can't win a national title with the SEC schedule? Even Bobby Bowden said that.
That's what a lot of teams can't win at SEC. We got Kentucky and Vandy, and some of them. I mean, they ain't never gonna win a national title with the SEC.
Don't forget, hey Doug, don't forget about that mighty powerhouse in East Tennessee.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's another, you know.
I mean, Joe Milton's going to going to the NFL draft.
That's right. Knoxville.
Yeah.
Go Rocky Top, Joe.
That's right. Rocky Top.
Go to hell,
Tennessee.
Rocky Top.
Good old Rocky Top. All right, here we go to the Saturday games. The first one on our schedule is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. The Ole Miss Rebels at 10-2, number 11 in the nation, taking on those Penn State Nittany Lions. Also at 10-2, and they are number 10 in the nation. Penn State favored by 3.5. Over and under is 48.5. Ole Miss can score 48.5 by themselves, and I know Diaz is gone from the Penn State Nittany Lions defensive coordinator. He's going to Duke to be their head coach, and Ole Miss can put up some points. I don't know how many guys from Ole Miss have actually stepped into the transfer portal, but I know they are picking them up hot and heavy. So with that being said, I'm going to ride the Lane train and the Ole Miss Rebels. Hotty toddy.
Gosh almighty.
Mark got me again because I got it checked right here. Ole Miss. Vegas, you got the wrong team favored. Ole Miss will win this game and score will go over 48.5. He's kept a lot of players, and he won't get the transfer portals play, but he had a good team, and he's kept a lot of key players to come back next year. Ole Miss is fired up. Even with Lane Train, they'll win this game.
Well, you guys know I'm in Penn State country. I'm in Big Ten country. I mean, I see the stadium every day when I drive by it. So
you can move.
What's that?
You can move.
No, I love it here. I love it. But even with Manny Diaz gone, the one key thing that sticks out to me is James Franklin is not good against top 10 teams. Ole Miss is number 11. So we're outside the top 10. I think James Franklin's going to figure out some way, and Penn State is going to win this ball game. So we are Penn State.
We are Penn State.
You are losing. By the way, you were so close with that sentence when you said James Franklin can't beat, and then you kept on. You were right. He can't beat anybody that has a number beside their name. That guy is terrible. Your quarterback sucks.
Wait a minute.
Sucks.
Wait a minute.
What?
He beat the mighty Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hey, that's right.
All you need is a field goal to do that, Doug.
Hey, you got that right. We held them to 63 yards, baby.
That's true.
They averaged 75 on the season. You didn't do anything.
Held them under the average. What are you talking about?
Yeah, whatever. I'm riding the Lane train, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Hey, Johnny's going to ride it with us, guys. So, JB, you out there?
I knew he'd be on that aisle.
All by yourself.
Put me out in
You know, you,
Kokomo here. I'll take it.
you can hang out there with Braylon Price, as he says Penn State as well.
I'm going to dedicate that pick to Johnny. He was out in the woods where him going with his gut last time and going with his heart and backfiring on him. This is probably going to do the same for me, but you know what? Let's roll.
JB, it's a risk pick. You're not doing it. It's a risk pick. You're
There
okay.
you go.
Yes, sir. That's my boy. That's
You're
right.
okay.
The old risky.
Hey, you did it twice, so I might as well
I
do it
don't
at
see
least
how
once,
it's a
right?
risk when they're favored. Penn State's favored in the
They
game.
are favored. Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
know Vegas got the wrong
They
team
got the
favored.
wrong. They've done that a lot on these games.
I know. I
Sure,
just asked Doug
yeah.
Edwards. I know.
See,
All right, next
Caesar
one is
Sports
the
Book, I'm available.
Doug Edwards Sports Booking.
Ask
.com.
Doug.
Hey, no sponsor there. Doug Edwards Sportsbooking.com,
There you go.
where the picks are better than your finger in your nose. Ooh, next one is the Music City Bowl over in Nashville, Tennessee, baby. We got Auburn at 6-6 against those Maryland Terps from the Big Ten. So another Big Ten SEC matchup, man. It's going to be a good one. Auburn favored by 7 points. Over and under is 46.5. I'm going to take these Auburn Tigers. Go Tigers.
Might as well write it down.
This is getting ridiculous. It really is. It's
Doug,
been
can
every
we just
dadgum game so
skip
far.
you and go to JB?
I
Might
mean,
as
you
well.
might as well, because it's getting
So
ridiculous.
this is why I had him going second tonight, guys.
Tagovailoa is setting it out. He's going to the pros, right? From what I've heard. Maryland's going to be in a little trouble. Auburn, Hugh Freeze is going to have them boys going. Auburn will win. I think they're going to cover. I think they're going to win by about 10. And 47.5. Quite a bit. It's probably, I'm thinking it stays a little under that.
Yeah, especially with Tagovailoa or Tagovailoa or whatever. Especially with him out, it'll be under. Yeah, tug it lower.
Yeah.
But even if they had tug it lower in the game, I still think Auburn wins this game. I think Auburn just has too much for Maryland, so I got the Go Tigers.
War Eagle.
Yeah,
It is War Eagle.
Whatever animal they want to be, I'm taking them. It doesn't make any difference. They're not turtles, so Auburn.
Auburn Gold win one for Charles Barkley.
That's right. Frank Thomas.
Bo
Jackson.
Bo, the greatest athletes ever.
The greatest athlete.
And the old quarterback from not too long ago won a title with him.
Bo
Nix.
Oh,
No.
Scam Newton.
Scam Newton. That's it. I couldn't even remember his name. That's how important he is to me.
Right on. Hey, Johnny's going to lock in Auburn as well, so there you go.
Community.
Third community lock.
All right, next one on our schedule is the Georgia Bulldogs.
The Who Gives a Shit Bowl.
12-1 against Kenny Corley's Florida State Seminoles at 13-0. It's the Capital One Orange Bowl. Georgia, latest line, has them 16.5 favorites.
19.5, Mark.
Yeah, I got 19.
Well, it just keeps going up, fellas. That line will be fucking 30
They're
tomorrow.
doing it. It goes up
they
1
don't win
point.
by 30, then
It goes up
wrong
1
with
point
Georgia.
for every player from us that jumps in the portal.
Carson Beck is coming back too. He's announced, so there you go. So
Yeah.
Georgia gonna win and win big, and the over and under is 44.5. It liable to be 80-0 time this game's over. Florida State will be playing with a third string quarterback. As Roadmaker said, he's hitting the road, and he is hitting the transfer portal, so he is out as well. So Florida State down some athletes, and Georgia has a lot of them. So Bulldogs, big, BIGDAWGS.
Yeah.
What's that coming down the track?
Who's that
streak
coming
keeps-
down
fucking
the
spelling
The
track?
train
Camp
keeps
over here.
rolling and the streak keeps going. because I got to go with Georgia too. Now I hope I'm wrong. I want Florida State to win this game, and I want them to win it bad, so they end up 14-0. But they're not going to win the game. Now I do believe they're gonna stay. If I would take Florida State and the 19.5 or the 30 whatever it is by game time, that defense is for real. I think they stay close enough to cover the spread, but Georgia wins 44.5. I'd go under that.
Under?
That may surprise y'all, but I'll go under that.
Hell, Georgia's going to hit the over by the end of the first quarter. This game's going to be over than faster than a Lee Harvey Oswald bullet. I mean, this thing is going to be donezo. I mean, add to this, it's Georgia. Period. Next.
That's it.
Well, this is going to be the Martin Luther King Jr. story because we all had a dream and then it got shot down. No chance. Georgia wins by 30. The over will hit at half. I really just kind of hope that our plane never gets off the tarmac and we don't go down there to get embarrassed. I'd rather forfeit.
Stay at Tallahassee. Don't go to Miami.
Yeah, fuck it. Take whatever it costs you to go on that trip and just go to Disney World. Fuck it.
There you go. Just go to Daytona Beach.
Yeah,
Steve said Florida State should wear Bama uniforms. I'd rather them play naked than wear that shit.
That's good. Florida State should wear Bama's uniforms.
No, I'd rather see them naked than wear that trash.
All right, Johnny Grissom's pick. Bulldogs going to drop kick that Indian. So I guess he's taking Georgia.
Hey, can you post that? Because I promise you it's spelt wrong. Just post it.
Community lock right there.
I'm not going to take one of them wrist pick, Dougs.
I hope I'm wrong, but I wasn't going to take it either.
Don't get me wrong. I hope I'm wrong too, but
I hope Doug don't miss a pick all week, baby.
You bet with your wallet, not your heart.
All right, next one is the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. The Toledo
Rockets.
11-2. Yeah. Against Wyoming 8-4. Wyoming favored by 3.5. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to take Wyoming Cowboys. Go Cowboys!
I ain't believing this, man.
Go ahead, JB. Skip Doug.
No, hold up.
Uh-oh.
Toledo is 11-2. Wyoming's sitting there only 8-4. What does Vegas know that we don't know to have Wyoming favored by over a field goal, 3.5? Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Weather won't be a factor. I'm going to go with Toledo to win the game outright. Vegas, you got the wrong team.
He
favored.
just changed
Mark,
his pick. He just changed his pick.
Wrong pick this week. We differ on this one. Toledo.
I can tell you right now, I ain't changing mine. I had Toledo from the beginning. I think Toledo does win this ball game.
Y'all are wrong. I'm with Marky Mark. Josh Allen and the Wyoming Cowboys win this one.
Josh Allen, they don't need him probably.
I don't know. He looks like shit playing for Buffalo.
Johnny is going to ride with Toledo as well.
We got this one, Mark.
Split them up.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, we're going to move on to Monday, New Year's Day.
All right.
Kicking off 2024 with another Big Ten SEC matchup. This time it is in the Relila Quest Bowl. Is Wisconsin at 7-5 will take on the LSU Tigers at 9-3. LSU favored by 10. Over and under 55.5. It's going to be LSU Tigers all the way. Luke is going to get stuck with the big L.
Well, we're going right back to agreeing because I can tell you this, the nuts bus will be rolling. We got our quarterback for next year sitting, waiting in the wings. I don't care what you've done for me. Jaden Daniels, or anybody else who sets out a bowl game. I don't care what awards you won, son. You're not a good teammate. You are not a man. You play for your team. I don't care how much money you stand to make. I don't care about any other. I don't care you're scared you're going to get hurt. You come and you play if your team's playing out here in a pickup game, you go play in the pickup game. That's what you do. Mekhi Wingo is coming back. You know why? He said, because I'm a captain of this team. I'm riding with these fellas. He's going to go pro too, but he's coming back to play. He's a good player. You play. That's what men do. Commitment. That's why them armed services, like I told you, they're going to play. LSU is going to win this game. They're going to cover. They're going to go over the 55.5. We fix to throw the ball all around the yard.
Doug got me fired up, ready to suit up and go hit somebody. Whoa.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Shoot. I mean, I can't add much of anything else to that except, I'm taking Wisconsin. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He about pulled a McAfee, didn't he?
I'm taking the LSU Tigers, man. Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Ed Orgeron, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Leonard Fournette, they're going to run all over Wisconsin.
There you go. Of course, Johnny going to take LSU as well, living right down
Community
the road
lock.
from there,
Is that our fourth one?
Man, we got
That's my lock of the week right there. Lock of the bowl season.
Wow,
right
way
there.
to step out on that limb, Doug.
I got us down.
That's my lock. You take that money and you put it on LSU and you go to the bank and you cash that check. You know what? You see what we did to Purdue last year? 60.
And Army. Don't forget Army, Doug.
This was last year's bowl game I'm talking about.
I'm talking about you hung 66 on Army. The armed services, those armed forces guys that show up to play every down.
Them guys that beat Navy for me.
You hung 60 on them.
We hung
When
60
Jay-
on Purdue also. We
that-
liable to hang 60 on Wisconsin as well.
Oh, you should.
That's my point. Take it to the bank. Lock of the bowl season. Right
Got
there. Gift money.
I'm laying the wager when I get off here.
Gift
you
money
go.
right there.
Hey, just for the record, this is our 5th community game.
We're
There you
fucked.
go.
We what?
Hey,
We're
we're
fucked.
going to move on to the Fiesta Bowl, where number 23, Liberty, 13-0, take on the Oregon Ducks, who's 11-2. Oregon favored by 17 points, guys. That is a lot of points, over and under 67.5. I know both teams can score, but man, if I was a betting man, I would definitely take those 17 points. But with that being said, I'm still going to take Oregon to win the ball game. Go Ducks.
Yeah, there's no respect for Liberty, and they're 13-0. And you know why? Because out of them 13-0, none of those 13 are a Power 5 conference win. That's why they snuck their way in here. Congratulations. You are now in the Fiesta Bowl, New Year's Six Bowl. Lots of money. Hey, lots and lots of money going to the team in that conference, a little old conference. But Oregon, I haven't been a fan of them. Everybody's been riding it. ESPN's been on them. Had them 9.5-point favorites over Washington. What a joke that was. Oregon's
Which
been
I appreciate
overrated.
that line, by the way.
Do what?
I appreciated that line very much.
Yeah, I appreciated that line myself. But Oregon, even being overrated, they're gonna run over Liberty. They got too many athletes for that little old school. The back 12 athletes, they fast out there. They don't play much defense, but they run around. They're real fast. I think they're gonna cover the 17. That's a lot of points, but I do believe they cover. And the over under 67.5. I'm gonna stay under that.
All right. Well, like you said, Liberty undefeated, great year, whatever. If you've ever seen the movie The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis, Will Ferrell says to him, "Welcome to the fucking show." And that's what's about to happen when they face Oregon, because Oregon is just going to beat the shit out of them. They're going to cover, and it's going to go over, and this is going to be my master lock of the week. If you're a betting man, go for the trifecta.
Lock of the week. Take it to the bank. pick.
Over and cover.
No Hugh Freeze, no Malik Willis. Oregon wins this easy.
There you go. And Johnny will also take the Oregon Ducks. Now on to
Community.
this
6.
Citrus Bowl, I believe it is. Yes, it is. The Iowa Hawkeyes at 10-3. Another Big Ten
Juggernaut.
SEC matchup. Number 17 in the nation, Iowa at 10-3, taking on number 21 Tennessee Vols, who ended the year at 8-4. Tennessee is favored by 6.5. Over and under is 36.5. Milton has hit the transfer portal today, guys.
No,
So
the
Tennessee
draft.
will have their backup quarterback, who is
Mark. Milton
projected to
entered the
be-
draft.
Oh, he did, didn't he? That is correct. Yes.
It's even
He's going
worse.
to the NFL draft.
What's he gonna play? The USFL or
Scout team.
XFL.
Canadian football.
Arena League
Canadian
back?
football. I'm going to take the Tennessee Vols anyway, and I'm going to take the under on that one. Go Vols.
Yeah.
All you need is a field goal to beat Iowa anyway.
So far, the only one we've disagreed on is Toledo, and it's gonna stay that way on this one too. Bad as I don't like Tennessee, I can't stand them. You can't spell citrus without a U and a T. So the Citrus Bowl is going to be UTs. They're going to cover that. They're going to beat that offensive juggernaut Iowa Hawkeye team. They'll cover that 6.5. 35.5. Now I think it'll go under that. I'm going to take Iowa's got a way of having all their games going under somehow because they're not going to score. So the other team, I think I can see a 28-3, 24-3 game under Tennessee.
Well, I'm gonna have some fun with this one. I mean, I know it's called the Citrus Bowl and everything, but it should be the Mattress World or the Serta Sleeper or something, because this is going to be the one you can go ahead and take a nap unless you like defense and watch an Iowa stay on the field for about 48 minutes, which is more than that would be overtime as well. Yes. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm saying with my Big Ten country, I am taking the Iowa Hawkeyes, baby.
God damn.
Is Radar with him?
Shit. Mark, you make me follow that. JB, Hayden Fry, Chuck Long is not in this game.
I get it.
That's right.
And as much as it pains me, because if Neyland Stadium fell into the Tennessee River, I'd start a fund to clean the Tennessee River. I'm gonna take the Volunteers, but I'm gonna take the over because they'll actually have a quarterback that'll throw the ball to where guys can catch it and run, instead of the guy who's throwing 80 yards but has no clue where it's going. I'll take Tennessee in the over.
I was gonna put up 40.
Oh my goodness! If they do,
40 yards rushing.
If they do, I might shave my head or something. I don't know.
I think he meant I was going to put up 40 yards in total offense.
I choked up. Yeah, I didn't get to say the
We'll
rest.
all shave our heads. I will score 40.
I'm not shaving my fucking head. I love my hair.
Boy, that's
You know-
the same bet if I've ever had one. Get it?
You know why there's no hookers in Knoxville?
Because he's in Detroit.
They're all volunteers.
That's right.
Oh, I thought it was
No,
Hindu
hey,
Hooker.
They work for free, baby. Work for free.
That's right.
Hey, Johnny's going to take those Vols too. And now we get to the big
That's
two
7.
games that's going to be for the road to the national
I took
title,
Iowa.
baby.
Oh, you're an idiot.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love you, JB.
That truly is a risk pick.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, big risk. And he said they're going to score 40 points.
But they ain't gonna score 40. That was a joke.
They're not going to have 40 yards of offense.
All right, here we go. Big game here. Number 1, Michigan at 13-0, taking on those Alabama Crimson Tide, 12-1. It's a 1 versus 4 matchup in the Rose Bowl, and the granddaddy of them all, as old Keith Jackson would say, out there in Pasadena, California. And they have Michigan favored by 2. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going to take Bama plus the 2, guys. And I'm going to take the over of 44.5. Roll Tide.
Well, Michigan being number one team had the choice of picks where they went to the Rose Bowl or to the Sugar Bowl. They chose the Rose Bowl, more travel for each team, but they knew in New Orleans it's basically a Bama home game that close. You know, you're going to have hordes of cousins there in the stadium at New Orleans, you know, rooting for Bama. But this is a tough one to pick. Michigan ain't showed me a lot and played a lot of teams. Bama's been playing good. You give Nick Saban a month to prepare for a team. I'm going to have to go. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to go with Bama. I also think that ESPN and the powers that be, they really want that Texas-Alabama championship game. Oh, it's going to be Hollywood. It's going to be a story, man. It's going to be flashback to earlier this year. We're going to talk about it for a week and a half, and it's going to be big TV. So I'm going to say that Bama, they're going to figure a way Bama wins this game. It's going to be a close game. But Bama's going to win and cover. They'll win 3 to 5 points somewhere in there. Something like that. I got Bama. And as far as 44.5, I take the over.
Yeah, I think as much as you hate the man or whatever, but putting Nick Saban in a bowl game that matters is the same as putting Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. You don't bet against Nick Saban in a game like this. Like you said, he's had a month to prepare. He knows that there's an opportunity to get redemption against Texas. He knows there's a chance of winning a national title. I think Michigan is going to be distracted with everything going on with Harbaugh. I think Alabama wins this. I think they win by a touchdown, and I'm taking the over also.
Well, I'm going to agree with Greg McElroy. You don't win a national title with mediocre quarterback play, and J.J. McCarthy is as mediocre as it gets unless you play in Iowa. Alabama wins handily, and the over.
Right, and Johnny also says Roll Tide, take the over.
He's used to saying that.
Community lock.
Yeah,
That's
everybody's
7.
taking the over.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's a wash.
That's a that's a L.
Ooh. Semifinal game at the All-State Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans at the Superdome, or number 3 Texas 12-1 take on those Washington Huskies, who's 13-0. Texas favored by 4.5. Over and under is 63.5. Guys, I laid a bet on Texas winning national title right after the Bama game, so I'm going to stick with Texas, and I'm going to actually take the under of 63.5 on this one. Go Texas. Hook 'em, baby.
Well, here again, like I said, the storyline is Texas, Alabama in the championship game. Could Washington screw that up? Penix and them been finding a way to win when they've been doubted. They were doubted. Oh, they can't beat Oregon again. Second time. It's hard to beat a team twice. That'll be the line with Texas, Alabama, too, if it comes to that. That'll be the old story they go with. Hard to beat a team twice. But I don't know. I'm gonna go a risk pick here. I'm gonna take Washington, and I'm gonna take. I think they screw up the Hollywood story. I'm gonna take Washington and the under.
Now hold on, because you took a risk pick and you lose it. Can we still call it you suck at picking?
When I win it, I just call it a good pick.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
Winners, remember?
I'm asking for a friend.
We're picking by spread. I'm going to say Washington stays within the 4 points, win the game or not. So I'm taking 4 points in Washington. So if Washington loses by 2, I win, and I'm taking the under.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what I'm taking.
Well, you already said it, that the storyline was, can Washington beat Oregon second time or whatever? we all know that there's always this conspiracy involved, either NFL or college football, and the storyline is they want Alabama to be playing Texas for sure. So I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. I'm just gonna throw up this horns. I'm saying Texas wins. I think Texas covers, and I'll take the over. That's a lot of points, but I'll take it over.
You know, Doug, I agree with all your facts there. Washington's been held down twice. Oregon's this and Washington's that. Washington can't compete. I absolutely agree with you, but not so fast, my friend.
Yeah, go
Look,
Bevo,
yeah.
baby. Hook 'em horns, baby.
What is it? What is
Horns,
it?
horns up, baby. Horns up.
Horns down.
Now hold on. I have
Okay.
a female that's just on the other side of that wall, and if I don't take Washington, I will not be on the next episode of We'll Take the Over podcast. So, but hook them
Hey, over under.
over. Quinn Ewers is going to throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns.
Ooh,
It's going to be so
that's
bad.
right.
Arch Manning's going to take a snap.
Dang. Arch Manning gonna play in the national title game.
Semifinal.
Yeah. But if he plays in the semifinal, he's gonna play in the final.
No, he's just going to take the kneel down snap just so he can say he plays. So
There you
they'll
go.
keep him so he won't transfer.
All right, Johnny's gonna take Texas and the over as well. So
Johnny.
Doug is out on the island.
I'm out on the island. Johnny took the over.
Yep.
Johnny took the over. So Doug and Mark took the under, but Doug, you're the only one that took Washington.
I took
No,
Washington.
points.
I get 4 points.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
They might lose by a field goal, but I'll take that win.
4.5.
4.5. Excuse me.
I'm throwing a challenge flag if that bullshit happens.
Yay.
Yeah.
We throw it.
That's the way we're playing this one.
Happy nuts.
Happy Nuts Comfort Cream.
There you go.
Cheat us. Hey, Doug can't beat us, but he's going to cheat us.
Hey, meant to say earlier before we started, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, all our viewers out there. And we are actually on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can check us out on Boot Hill Sports Network. And we are on Twitch TV as well, the Missouri Bad Boy channel on that one. And, of course, YouTube and Facebook is under the Boot Hill Sports Network. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell your grandma, somebody about the Boot Hill Sports Network, and I'll take the over podcast. Any parting shots there, Doug Edwards?
Just try and get an update on your risk pick USC. They were winning last night.
7-7, I believe it is. Not 14-7 here.
No, it's gone. It's gone way past that.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're showing the highlights right now.
Right.
A&M
30.
just got in the end zone.
35-21.
I know A&M is down still, but they just scored. Oklahoma State's winning that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
you got anything, guys?
Y'all
Now
have a happy-
looking,
Mark, safe travels, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah.
be
Sweet.
safe. Enjoy your time down there, MIZ.
COU, baby.
But yeah, man, we're finally getting to some games. Like Doug said last week, all those games we saw, those are bowl games that we just look for year in and year out. But these are the ones that are important to watch. So looking forward to some good ball this week. Starting
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Year 6, baby. All right, guys. Make sure you join us next week for I'll Take the Over podcast right here on the Boot Hill Sports Network at 8:30. That's right, 8:30, 9:30 JB time if you're out there late on the East Coast. We'll see you then. It's Mark Manley saying
Championship
so
match.
long.
Go Tigers.